What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News with so many moving parts from Married to Medicine Season 10 reunion. I have to do these segments separately, especially this one that's about to focus on Dr. Simone and Quad because of how sensitive the subject is. Now, if you are someone who watched the episode, then you are aware of what happened, but not everybody is still watching Married to Medicine. So I'm going to give a brief summary before getting into what happened on social media after. If you missed the whole segment about Phaedra dropping Quad, the same way how Quad dropped Mariah, support of the ladies, because majority of them were not rocking with Mariah at the time, and now look. If you missed that Quad and Phaedra video, I have linked it in the description below. Most of you are aware that Quad clapped back on social media, so definitely click the very first link in the description below to watch that video. Thank you all for supporting that video. Also, for those of you who's been in my DMs, Vina, the day's almost over. Where are you? I posted 4 videos yesterday. And I know consistency is amazing, is key, but you also do not want to overwhelm your audience. You know, every second they turn around, there's a new video. So I just had to chill and allow you all to get caught up on all of the content I posted yesterday and then come back later on in the day to talk about it. Most of you are aware that after the filming of season 10 of Married to Medicine wrapped, Quad niece drowned in her pool. May her soul rest in peace. I did a video on it when it all happened, and I have also linked that video in the description below for those of you who missed it. So that became one of the moments at the reunion that was devastating, because Dr. Simone used that moment to basically prove a point that even when she's not rocking with Quad on that level, she's able to put their differences aside and still reach out, and that was one of the moments that she reached out. Because Dr. Simone's issue was she kept asking Quad, when have you reached out to me without the cameras? Okay, that's a key part in all of this. She never said on camera that Quad's never been there for her or nothing. She said when it doesn't benefit you, when you are not getting a check, when you are not being filmed, when you are not getting paid outside of the show, do you pick up the phone and call me? Outside of the show, how many times have I visited your home? And it's 0. Quad's been to her house, and the list goes on, and she just feels like it's not reciprocated, okay? Even someone posted an older video reminding Quad that when Dr. Simone was looking for her father, Quad was there. Quad reposted a video. The internet is undefeated. The facts are the facts. If this is not me being a supportive friend, I don't know what is. Hashtag Married to Med. And Quad is still missing the point, because Dr. Simone's key point was off camera. When you are not getting paid, when you are not being filmed, when it's not going to benefit you financially and your storyline off camera, are you my friend? Person tweeted, Simone will say, where is the support without the cameras? Lady, support is support. So this person responded, well, support on camera is for the show. In fact, anything they do on the show is for the cameras. What they do off cameras shows a real friendship, if there is one. Another tweet, their point is that you are only around when cameras are rolling. You know you only want fame and money. Friends they just don't like the way you operate, okay? You all know I always censor myself when there are profanity included. This person tweeted, keyword camera. This is old though, and also with cameras around, it's really hard to take your side because you never take accountability for anything. It's always, but this was done to me. This isn't shade either, just my opinion as a viewer. After all of that, Quad kept trying to find a way to justify her actions. So she kept asking Dr. Simone, were we friends? Because if we are not friends, if we are not cool, if we are not kicking it, I'm not calling you. So Dr. Simone now trying to prove a point and make a point. She said, actually, when everything happened in Napa and you left and we weren't friends, we were not talking. When I saw the situation that happened, a tragic situation that happened, I'm summarizing, I reached out. So Andy Cohen asked Dr. Simone, what tragic situation? And then Quad said, Simone a few times for Dr. Simone to not say it. And Dr. Simone said, when her niece drowned in her pool, I reached out. I reach out because it's bigger than this show. So just because I'm not rocking with you on the show, if I see something like that, I'm going to put all of our differences aside and still reach out, Quad. And that's not something that you do. And Quad started breaking down and crying, and people were like, oh, we didn't see no tears. And I'm just like, yeah, so messy and mean. But she was crying. And then Facial Parks, pulled the same thing that she pulled in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You all remember after she and Quad had their moment and trust issues and all of that situation going on, Facial Parks of all people should not be speaking on trust issues with anybody. But here she is holding Quad and all of that the same way she was holding Portia. This person gonna tweet, same slick, different wigs. Hot mess, man. Okay? And so then this whole situation became very sensitive. But Dr. Simone's point was, I'm not about to beat around the bush because if I'm not straightforward, people are going to say she said a bunch of nothing. So I have to be straightforward to prove my point. But in return, she doesn't want anyone and also her family to feel like she's using any part of what happened as a storyline or a money grab. But the thing is, I respect and understand that part, keeping it off the show. But when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to you grieving, when it comes to you getting over what happened, that's your real life. Those are your raw emotions. Be transparent. On Quad's end, she's like, it doesn't matter how creative production got. There's no way I can let them in and show that part of my life and my grieving process without mentioning my niece. And because all of this happened at my house, I'm already getting blamed for the reason why this happened. Then imagine me talking about it. I don't want anyone to think that I'm using her for a storyline or a money grab. So she just said, you know what? I'm just not going to talk about it on the show at all. But as far as releasing statements and all of that, she's talked about it off the show. But after all of that, Quad hopped on Twitter and she tweeted, just insensitive. I would never use anyone's family's hurt and pain as a source of entertainment. Now, Quad, Dr. Simone didn't mean it in a malicious way. I completely understand you wanted her to stop, and she was trying to make her point, but nothing about that was entertainment. She was crying. You were crying. You could hear the emotions in her voice, okay? My family and I struggle on the daily. I am heartbroken and disgusted. I can't believe production let this fly. Some people brought up, where was the grieving when you were in Ghana dancing? She went to Ghana, Nigeria, Paris, and everywhere else. I ended up not posting the rest of her traveling or travel vlog. I might do that on a later date, but yeah, and my thing is that's not fair. What happened is going to live with Quad forever. Now she have to deal with living with it, healing through it, because there will be times and days where, once again, look over here, dancing and having a great time, and out of nowhere, that grief would just hit her. The fact that her niece is no longer here. So when you're grieving, it doesn't mean that you can't go out to eat. You can't go to the movies. You can't smile again. You can't dance. but it comes in waves, and I do wish Quad the best, but people brought these videos and different things up. And Quad also tweeted again, "Where is the humanity? I'm a real person with a family that's in pain, and we are struggling every day trying to heal." Of course, Quad and Dr. Simone were trending. First comment, Simone was trying to prove a point that she's been there for Quad. She didn't say anything wrong. Maybe she didn't have to specify the incident, but again, thank you. Right, because Quad sat up there and lied by saying Simone didn't reach out, but she did. Another person left a comment just reminding everybody that a couple of seasons ago, Quad's storyline was about her dead brother and taking in her nephew. Now family death is off limits. Also, Simone ain't say anything foul, just that she reached out. This person repeated themselves and responded to someone else. Nothing foul was said about the child. All was said was she reached out to Quad when she heard the tragic news. It was Andy that asked. Exactly. Andy asked. Now, I get it. Even though Andy asked, people feel like Dr. Simone should have said, "Andy, I don't want to speak on that situation." There was a way for her to wiggle her way out of that, but Dr. Simone felt like she had to say that to show that regardless whether we're talking or not, I'm going to reach out because it's bigger than this platform and this show. I'm real. This is real life. So I don't reach out because of the cameras, money, and all of that. I reach out because I genuinely care. And whether we're rocking with each other or not, if I hear or see something going on with you, I'm going to put all of that to the side and still reach out. So you sitting here asking, were we friends? Were we friends? It doesn't matter, because friends or not, I'm still going to reach out and be there for you. And that was the point she was trying to make. But I completely understand Quad feelings as well. This person wrote, "But it was cool for you to lie on Mariah saying she did drugs on national television. This is exactly what the group is saying to you, dear. You are always the victim when it's convenient." And then this person is reminding her again that it was Andy that asked. Like he didn't know, because Simone was trying to be respectful. Let's call a spade a spade. Oh, please. Dr. Simone brought it up to make her point that Quad only shows up when they film and not in real life. Dr. Simone did nothing wrong. No subject is off limits. No special treatment on reality TV. Death, life, divorce, fertility issues. Quad may have needed to sit this season out. Once again, season 10 filming was already over and had wrapped before this happened. Dr. Simone did ask you to give an example of when you were there for her as a friend without the cameras rolling. Respectfully, I think this is Quad's karma for Mariah. They are doing her just how she did Mariah, and as usual is the victim. People even went as far as tagging Mariah in some of the comments. Mariah somewhere drinking her wine and collecting her checks. Other girls who force her out are falling out about being real friends. Don't see where Simone was malicious. I think she could have just said something catastrophic happened. But Andy did ask, what was it though? I don't think this is enough to hate Simone. And if Quad don't want to share the good, bad, and ugly, plus act like she doesn't want their friendship, she should leave. This person wrote, so that means production should have fired you when you lied and said Mariah did drugs. Simone said nothing wrong. It was the fact that she supported you after the incident at your home. This is ridiculous. It's literally a reality show. If Quad didn't want her reality aired in film, she should have left the show. Well, if Quad the fraud wasn't acting delusional, this person is just saying that had Quad just kept it real, then Dr. Simone wasn't going to go to this extreme to make that example. Girl, bye. She didn't say anything negative. She just said she made sure to reach out. Despite your issues, you have done way worse. There are more comments and tweets on the screen. Regardless of whose side you're on, I wish everyone the best. You could see from some of those moments, there's real pain there. I do wish all of them the best, and I pray for healing. People were also upset because that felt like, okay, Quad, we get it. you are upset, but you've been filming with these people for years. You know Dr. Simone personally. And there are times where, even in moments where we might not be here for people, we can say, listen, I might not be here for this person, but I know this person will never be this down low or malicious. But that's not how Quad feels, and Quad feelings are valid. I don't know them personally. If the woman sitting on the couch feels like this was malicious and all of that, who am I to say you're wrong? I mean, I'm just giving my opinion and also reading social media reactions. But I do pray for healing for all of them, because that was a lot. Of course, I have more to say, but I will say the rest tomorrow. All of you well, and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.